Okay, so we're gonna be doing some events. So basically, events are just as they're called, events. Whenever something happens that that invokes the bot to do something, basically. So I have a bot right here. When the bot is online, it basically prints something to console. I have it set to online right here. So that's pretty much the basics of it. And I'm gonna make an event. I'm gonna make an event, and I'm gonna make the event be whenever somebody joins and whenever somebody leaves. We're gonna edit a certain channel's name to display the amount of members that's on the guild. So we're just gonna keep this simple. We're not gonna separate it with bots and separate it with like. We're just gonna keep it simple. One channel that shows all of the members overall. It's not gonna be special. It's not meant for public bots. It's not meant for public bots. I mean, uh, that's something to note. It's something for your personal server, and I'll get into public bot commands soon. But for now, this is just for like server owners who want to learn some quick code and fix their server up using a bot, because you don't need to hire somebody to make a bot for you. And if you work for somebody in their server, in a private server, and you're not making a public bot, then you will love my videos. You will love them. Anyways, but yeah, uh, let's go ahead and create the event. Now, I did this a couple times and got errors. This right here, don't do this. I do this by mistake sometimes, and you'll get an error if you do this. So yeah, just try not to do that. Keep it keep it blank. Async def. So our first event is on member join. Now make sure it looks exactly like this. It has to be exactly like this on underscore member underscore join. Make sure it's like this. You can't put on when a member joins. Like, no, don't do that. Right? Uh, you want to put on member join. Now we're gonna pass in the member parameter, and we're gonna do this. Now this is very simple. I'm gonna go ahead and create a variable called uh, hmm. Now before we actually create the variable, I'll be right back. Okay, so yeah, so we have a channel over here. It's called test. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna okay here. I'm gonna create a variable. Now okay, so channel, right? Now to use the variable, well, to actually create a functional variable, you're gonna need to do from discord utils import get. uh yeah, if you don't want to import it, you could just do equals discord dot utils dot get. But if you want to shorten it and just do get, you could do that. You could even go as far as making get g and then doing that, but I'll just keep it simple. Get. Now what we're gonna do is, instead of using ctx like we would usually do in a command, we're gonna use member. uh what am I doing? member.guild.channels. Now usually Usually you would see ctx.guild.channel if this was a command and we did ctx over here, but that's not the case. That is not the case. So now we're gonna just take this off so it isn't bulky, and we're gonna do guild, and we're gonna create a variable called guild, and we're gonna do it like this, member.guild. So keeps it simple. um so right now we have guild.channels. We're gonna put a comma right there, and we're gonna put name equals test. Okay, now uh, now we're gonna do await channel.edit. Alright, let's see. We should probably pass in the ID instead, but just for the sake of this video, I'm just gonna put test. We're gonna do channel.edit name. Very simple. Gonna change the name to make a string, and we're gonna do member count. You could put members instead, and then this thing format 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 member.guild. Well, we created a variable, so guild dot, what's it called again, member count. Okay, so it's pretty simple. Yeah, pretty simple. I'm gonna go ahead and put this into a string actually, because it is a string. So go over it and understand the logic behind it, and yeah. Actually, I'm just gonna take this off. This is like really bulky and just unneeded. So we're gonna go ahead and take that off, and we're gonna put this into an f string, and we're gonna do guild.member count. Now, as I said before, you just switch everything with member instead of ctx, because it's pretty much the same thing, to be honest. We just use member for events rather than commands, and ctx for commands rather than events. But yeah, there you go. And we're gonna create a new event. It's basically the same thing, but like I literally just copied it. It's basically the same thing. So we'll just change this to remove, and then there you go. We have our two events, and let's test this out. So we're gonna save this cd testing steam. Oh my god. Okay, and we're gonna do python testing.py. I've been saying py a lot lately, but it's actually pi. I'm still gonna say py obviously because I don't really care, but anyways, let's see if this works. Okay, so it did work. I'm gonna go ahead and kick Mantaro. It's a bot, really good bot. No offense to Mantaro, this is just for purposes, and there we go. I meant to do it in the voice channel because it looks better, but it chose the text channel rather than the voice because it was over it, I assume. But there you go. The member count is 10, and if you need proof that it is 10, I'm gonna go ahead and do this si server info, and as you can see, foodbot says it's 10, so it is 10. And if you don't trust foodbot, then I'm gonna go ahead and go into members right here. And yeah, we have 10 members, so it does indeed work. And it's just a simple. You might have to change this though. You might have to change this around a little bit to you'll see you might get an error that says like test does not exist or something. Just name it the channel, like for example, let's say you get the error that says test channel doesn't exist. You just change the name of the channel to just change the name in the code to member dash count dash 10. So member dash count row dash count dash 10, and then the channel that is called this will be updated. But as long as the bot doesn't go offline, you should be good. At least I think so. I think there's a way to get the ID. Hold up, let me see if I can use the ID. Well, actually, no, I don't think you can. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't really know, but yeah.